So we looked at the 40-year record and we noticed that storms in the near coastal region, especially off of the Atlantic coast, were intensifying strongly in the later period compared to the earlier period. And there were trends that we were noticing there. So that's when we thought, okay, something is happening here. So to understand that, we started looking at the environment. Okay, how is the environment changing? Has the environment changed, which allows something like this to happen? And then we found that conditions that are typically favorable for hurricanes, such as warm sea surface, and then low vertical wind shear, and then things like moisture. The atmosphere needs to be more moist to favor the storm's intensification, and also what we call vorticity in the lower level of the atmosphere, which is the spinning motion and which actually favors again storm intensification. So all of these things were trending in the right direction, and over this period, the conditions became favorable for intensification of hurricanes in the near coastal region. And the more interesting thing was we found that this is really a coastal signal. And then as you expand the domain further and further away from the coast, you don't see the same thing. So this is really happening close to the coast. And then we wanted to understand, okay, I mean, is this more like a natural variability in the climate system, or is there a role for climate change in this? So that was a natural thing for us to ask at that point of time. And what we found was this trend is not something that is limited to the historical period. It would continue into the future under strong greenhouse gas forcing, which at that point made it clear that there is a role for anthropogenic climate change in what we are witnessing here.